feather and cotton advertisements and cotton underwear. I dream about the sound of you licking fabric. Will the moon crumble when there is no baking light? In heaven, a rose is in tears. A bleeding angel is an angel on wet and verdant ground. Which is more beautiful, a dead dove or its tomb? Bitter sky lands above the plantation mounds. The cowboy has one sip of water in his cup. He left far away. Dust comes from faraway places, but it can settle right where you are, kind of like money. In the city, water comes in plastic ships, but there are still pretty big tunnels underground where people live and walk to make sure all the water is running smoothly, just because the cow sips. It's all about cars and cigarettes kicking up dust, earth and the ground. The surface is full of upright structures. The earth dissolved into something flatter than expected, the ground. Basically, the dust has settled, but you can fold it either way. There's an increase in structure lately. Trees are wrinkles where earth stands up. Once I saw Grandpa straighten up his back and disappear right into the ground. Anyway, when I come in from rubbing my shoes against the street, there are 1,000,001 things to do, and I've only taken care of 2 of them, me and you. I make sure you've got enough of this water, which is free. I just got hit with a big dust cloud. For 15 minutes, it felt like something big was coming, but that was it. Absent from paradise. An angel fled from heaven today to a hell-bound man. So love is no eternal flight. Love breeds more eternal plight. To endure alone the echo of heaven and know there's breath below. In heaven it's cold. Hell's got body heat. You are the adult figure in my life. I'm fucking you, and you are taking your responsibilities lightly. When I found ambiguous medicine in my house as a child and ingested it, it was inherent in my mind that I would die. Now, as I stand on top of your coffee table, smoking a cigarette, wearing old maternity pants, and a child's dress shirt, I am pretending that nobody is going to die. But I have forgotten what you are and what I am. I am trying to disprove a parable that I was taught as a child. You are teaching me how to use parables to justify evil. And because I am more afraid of death and of life than anybody gives me credit for, I am an easy target for delusion. Outside it is raining. Inside it is flooding. As the water reaches your knees, you watch it rain. through sagebrush fields, exploring the natural graves of animals, hit with stones and dried out in the sun. I kick dust up in the air and he shoots behind us. I spit out a thin string of drool and the dirt at my feet absorbs it. We find a roadrunner laying gunshot on the ground. There are little BB wounds with perfect holes of guts spilling out, blood shed on the red dirt underneath. I put the desert flower in my hand on top of the bird's chest. Sagebrush leaves and dust clumps float up in the air. Smoke falls all around us like a spicy fog, and the sky grows to shade. My hair rustles up in the wind, and the feathers on the bird breathe up and down with the air. The little body underneath is still. He takes up the gun, aims, and shoots it right in the head. In the ball field after school, we'd break windows on the old firehouse. I'd stick flowers down the gopher holes, and he'd piss down them, or light up paper filled with handfuls of dry grass and squashes filled with gunpowder, and see if he could get them down the burrows in one throw. Sometimes he'd use a slingshot. Walking home, we find a prairie dog laying stomach up and its tongue hanging out of its mouth, its belly inflated like it's holding a breath, its whole body all full of air. So far, we've seen a dead chicken and shot the roadrunner, and now he picks up the gun, walks up and holds the barrel to the prairie critter's stomach, turns his head towards me and smirks. Then he hits the trigger and the sound of a sharp exhalation fills the air. I stand and watch as air leaks out of the BB hole in the gopher's left side, and the skin falls back in wrinkles around the creature's brittle skeleton. Green guts bubble out of the bullet hole. The air whistles out and disappears into the sound of the wind. You'll never bless her mother's heart, and her father's too. She's got stung strong, and her heart's swollen and done. And if you've ever seen her done, you'll come undone. Out here in heaven or the prairie, the sun sets real soon. Praise our blessed hearts, and bless tired praised hearts, who've sung so long, their song is long gone, and sing along. When the boulder is crushing your chest, there is nothing to do but accept it. There is a sense that someone is watching you and they aren't lifting it off. When the boulder is crushing my chest, there is nothing to do but accept it. There is a sense that someone is watching me and they aren't lifting it off. In my dreams, there is only paralysis. In an empty concrete room in the sub-Sahara, I am dying in a green cot and I can't move my feet. There is an IV drip hung up and the cord neatly put away at the bedside, unattached. I wake up attached to a series of tubes and I'm watching the blood leave my body. When I fall asleep, all the blood has left and I ascend into a mirror and I'm looking at someone who is not myself, who has been watching me all along. I've never seen myself cry the way you've seen me cry. I wonder if I saw it, if it would change my life. An endless computer, an endless device I used to end my life. I'm tired of playing saloon, and I'm thirsty. Hottie demonstrates Doppler effect. Textbook, page 7. Index, softcore. Infectious bee stings. Give your lover a rose flower head cold this winter. Get a taste of cute Chippy's medicine dropper. Inherited landscapes. Brown cow church bell service. Flowers in the greeter's lapel smell like polyurethane. I was baptized in Vaseline and given nylons for the mission. The sound of the motor strums against grandmother, trying to save me in the garage. I cut the dogwoods down with grandfather, who hopes that she won't notice. Curly shoelaces tucked into styrofoam visors. A pile of shampoo. A plaster bust of mother that grandmother dresses up for the holidays. Pastel show tunes every Thursday in the dining room, and crudities every anniversary. A steakhouse run by a rodeo star. Paint, the color of the vinyl siding. Fishwife, pocket place. Sewing kits, keys, watches, scent bottles, combs, snuff boxes, money, relics of steel and wooden towers. Be true to yourself. Recognize where your body aches. Straight lines emerge from steady hands. Zol R Series Plus. External monitor defibrillator attached to your body at all times. Inside us, a night throbbed of darkness. We flew into the sun. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit, okay. No worries. I'm gonna start this section with you. Inside us, a night throbbed of darkness. We flew into the sun. Our bodies fell to earth like dropped stones from Venus. I am flat as no sound, a mountain in the Badlands, babe. I dropped a penny in the middle of my body, and it is echoing. Breathe yourself out, and you will be inhaled. I'm fleeing the country, hiding a serum in my poisonous hair, in a syringe. We'll eat Chinese food together in the Moscow airport. No more than that. Held me captive at the foyer. Never arrived and then left. And then, giving me that pitiful face when I did not return to an unopened door. How audacious to request emergency services when the preventative care was considered a burden. Never laugh at me and then resent my lack of serious revenge. Cannot call it breaking and entering one day and mark it as an absence the next. Engage me when you would like to indulge in your pastoral fantasies again. Back to the city with you, you city mouse. Black bob salmon in my nest of golden hair, seasoned with wheat oil and cinnamon. Bring me black pepper from the store and eyeliner. Paint your beard to my face and winged brows. Lovers only know what love is. They don't even know their names. If you showed a lover what the game is, they'd show all their cards in a day. That's it. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
This was really cool.
Do it again.
Yeah, we will be every month having a get together with different performers every time. So yeah, we hope that everyone feels welcome to come back. And if anyone here is interested in being a part of those, please reach out because